JF had, I wouldn't say it's the first time, maybe the second time, a great idea. We're in San Francisco, again, a city that JF has found a whole lot of good reasons to find glorious. Enough jokes. 650 BMW convertible, the Pacific Coast Highway. Of course I said yes. I also made a mean joke. I said I didn't want to do it with JF. But in going with the joke, I went on Facebook and posted this status update. This is not a joke. You want to co-host Live and Let Drive with Alex Roy? All you have to do is convince me that you're funny and give me a road trip idea I haven't thought of. And meet me at In-N-Out Burger between 11:30 and 1 p.m. the following day. That was about 14 hours for people to read the update and show up with some ideas.
So far, a stranger I haven't met yet ranks higher than JF. And a stranger that has yet to email me I know nothing about, but I hope will, ranks higher than JF. So far, the waiter here ranks higher than JF.
But before the casting, there was one more thing I wanted to do. This is my idea. It wasn't a good one. It was a great one. See if we could talk our way into meeting with the highest level executive at YouTube. We could talk our way into meeting. I heard a rumor they like Drive. One jacket and one fake police badge away from the entrance, and we got in.
Call the lobby. So it says.
And we met someone pretty high up. I can't give you his name. In fact, I can't tell you what happened, but I can prove it. Soon enough, I followed JF's suggestion in saying exactly this. We went to In-N-Out Burger for the casting because I'm late as usual. JF was right. I'm very slow getting from A to B. At 11:30, upon arrival, no one was there. I ate a burger and waited. 11:50, the first person arrived. Russell, self-described housewife, in his own words, from San Francisco.
I'm literally a housewife.
What was in your previous career?
Office manager.
With some time off, a great love of Alphas and Fiats, former Corvette driver, and a fan of Live and Let Drive. And what cars have you owned or driven in your life that you liked or didn't like?
I loved my little Fiat Spider.
Nice.
I had a little 1800, Spider, top down. It flew, and rack and pinion. It was just beautiful car. Boyfriend wrecked it. Had a.
Now, what punishment did that result in? Because clearly, it's.
Yeah,
it's very rude.
Yeah, it was kind of rude.
Did you fight about it?
Yeah. Let's see. There was the time. We did.
Okay.
20 plus years ago.
Was that a relationship breaker?
Yeah.
Now, I, like most people with real friends on Facebook, don't actually check Facebook to know what they're doing. I don't have to. Real friends call each other. So it was a pretty big surprise when the second guy to show up was this guy who looked familiar to me. And your name is Keith? Keith Basket.
Alex, you know him.
You look familiar to me. And I couldn't quite place him because I'm not that good a friend. Keith, the Captain Basket. A literal, actual, real-life airline pilot.
Wait, are you really the captain?
I am.
The original?
The one and only.
That I haven't seen in like 5 years.
It's been a while.
Did you... Hey, it's nice to see you, man. What a surprise.
The pilot, with Paul Weissman, my best friend, of the spotter plane who flew overhead when David Maher and I drove cross-country in 2006 to break the Cannonball record.
The captain, I owe you more than one phone call. It's your wife.
She's great.
Say hello to your mother for me. You really came all the way... I mean, this is kind of unfair for you to come down here since I know you as an old friend. I haven't seen you in years and owe you more than one meal. And
So I'm here to collect. I figured
you're
double
really
would be appropriate.
You're really collecting not just from me, but from these other fine people who came up here to audition, from whom an opportunity is now being taken.
I just came for a meal.
Needless to say, the captain had an unfair advantage over Russell. He's an airline pilot, which is really cool. And then another guy arrived, Jordan. Jordan, 18, 19 years old, USD student, electrical engineering major, interviewing with Apple a couple of days later for a job in engineering, and his apparent girlfriend, Natalie, who knows what she studied. I wasn't paying attention because Jordan was so interesting. Kidding, she was adorable. And after a few minutes of talking, he said something really interesting.
All right, so what compelled you to come here today? You think you'd be an excellent road trip partner?
Well, I think I have something unique.
Tell us about it.
My road trip idea, Alex, is, and he pulls out like a battery pack, is to get you to some distant location and bring you back before these batteries run out. I'm like, why is that cool? He said, because I'm deaf, these are the batteries to my hearing aid. And he turned his head and showed me the mics.
And I tell a lot of deaf jokes, and you will keep laughing.
That's so cool. No, are you serious?
No, I'm dead serious.
So you're a full-on lip reader.
No, I have hearing
Hearing aids.
Yeah, it's cochlear implants, but it's very high-power hearing aids.
I see. So you don't listen to a lot of music.
So I said, that's it. You're coming along with the captain. Russell, we're gonna have to call you next week. I can't believe we're taking these kids with us. This is so fantastic. Dude, I mean,
How nuts is this? Whoa!
after El Salvador, I didn't think much could happen that would shock me into feeling I might have to run to the bathroom quickly. Until Jordan announced that he was 3-time Northern California national karting champion. Rare in someone who's raced to show any humility. I'm amazed that you did not tell me before that you raced the national karting series.
Yeah.
That's amazing. And how old were you when you started doing that?
Nationally, probably 15, 16.
And how long did you do that for?
I'm still technically doing it now.
Okay.
I stopped doing it very seriously last year because of college, but
What year are you in school?
I'm a sophomore.
All right. Mechanical engineering major.
Yeah.
And so did you work on your own cart? I mean, what's your experience working on cars?
Cars, well, actually I have a coach slash mechanic who worked on my go-kart.
I see.
And he also coached me in my driving. He used to be a national champion as well, so I would help him work on the go-kart because we have to work together on that. But
And what about, have you worked on any street cars?
Cars?
Yeah.
Yeah, I worked on my dad's Porsche.
The 89 Carrera.
Yeah.
You worked on that car.
Yeah, that was my senior project.
An awesome story. You had a kid born deaf who doesn't learn sign language, whose dad insists he learn to speak, who also loves cars, who also is, into engineering, who's restored his father's Porsche with him, actually taught his dad how to do it, who's also a national go-karting champion. That's kind of awesome. Is it easier or harder for you to race a kart?
Oh, it's much harder.
You wear the hearing aid
I do.
in
but-
helmet, in car.
In the helmet, but
Okay.
the thing is, my microphone's like right here.
Uh-huh.
So the padding of the helmet actually covers it, so I can barely hear. I'll hear the go-karts behind me. Like my competitors, they can hear each other. So what I have to do is I don't have mirrors, so I have to look behind me to see if someone's behind me. I can't tune the engine because I can't hear the engines in tune. So I'm at a disadvantage for that. So I have to drive faster. So
Of course.
Yeah.
But Jordan also sealed his fate because as soon as he said that, there was no way we're going to Monterey. We were going straight go-karting. All right, so let's talk about this BMW. So you said a lot of experience working on cars. You worked on
Yeah,
restoring this
much more
Porsche.
driving. Yeah.
this Porsche
Porsche
with your father.
Yes.
This car, as we said before, same price as a brand new 991 Porsche Cabriolet. And granted, I accept your position that that's probably a better handling car, probably a little lighter. But do you not have any appreciation for the level of engineering and electronic aids required to make this car as comfortable as it is?
Yeah, it's pretty amazing. They put a lot of time into engineering the airflow of the car because we're having a conversation right now.
So would you
Is it
ever want to
comfortable?
own a car like this? I mean,
Yeah, it's comfortable.
don't give me that.
No.
The go-karting facility we went to, although I had been there before on my book tour and karted there a little bit, was also Jordan Judala's home track, which he didn't mention when we decided to go karting head-to-head. But everybody there reminded us of it up until the moment the flag was dropped. JF, who's a pretty damn good driver, Josh Vitsa, who's an amazing driver, and everyone on our team were completely annihilated by Jordan Judala, 3-time deaf national go-karting champion.
How fast is that kid?
That kid's fast. He's exactly 80 pounds faster than me. There's a pound meter on the...
I'm making excuses.
It's not an excuse, it's an
You
explanation.
didn't have ribs. It was that extra serving of ribs. That's what you wanted, I think.
Yeah, you mind telling us how many pounds of ribs you ate?
I had like a pound and a half of ribs.
You know, I don't really believe in divine providence or destiny or luck. Not after McNish said something very interesting to me at Infineon. He said he doesn't believe in luck. He said statistically, you go out, you practice, you develop your skills, you do your best, you go out, and statistically, over time, sooner or later, doing whatever it is you do every day, something will go wrong. If you race cars, an accident is part of the game. So, before leaving the karting track, it was really wonderful for Jordan's family to show up and pick him and his girlfriend up. And before we left, I told Jordan that we had been up at Infineon and that I'd met Alan McNish. And Jordan's like, oh yeah, and by the way, I was part of his driver search program last year. It's a small world, not in a physical sense, but in the sense that people who have similar passions will find each other, if not inevitably, then certainly inevitably. It's a good thing. Small world.
You need to quickly.
What was the? What did he say?
Wait. Dude. You checking? Is you recording now? All right, number one choice so far is a guy named, and I quote, Rock Melon. But check out the entertaining things he sent. What we achieved in an M5 in one day, Julie Rubik did on a bicycle in a week. I'm already entertained.
Yes.
Not with something else, though. So, unfortunately, Julie Rubik died on Friday. He's a big fan of endurance sports. And he has a... we're busy right now. We're recording. So, but it can wait a second. I guess it couldn't wait for the staff of the Hilton. We won't be returning here. That was the example of the guy who not only brings his own member into frame in the gangbang before he's next. He actually crosses. He crosses the vector of action. The vector of action.
That was really rude.
That was really rude.
Yeah.
By the way?
No, I'm talking. So Rock Melon says that there will be a lot of talk about Juraj Robic in Slovenia this week because he died. And it'd be a great idea if we sent Rock a Team Blitz eye jacket to wear to the funeral. And also suggests that we put a Juraj Robic Ram, what is that? Why Ram? It must mean something in Slovenian. Patch on it, because everyone will wonder what it means and ask him what it means.
What's this have to do with someone coming to meet us at In-N-Out?
Just send it today. Yeah, and then tell them to put it...
Can we please have
He said
some
that he
relevant-
can make us lunch.
He can make us lunch.
Yes.
Or I don't care about someone who can make us lunch. We need someone who can go on a road trip with you.
You can't say this guy didn't spend the time to write us.